It's that time of the week again. They're in their room for 3 to 4 hours, laughing, shouting, making strange noises and accents. They've told you they're playing Pathfinder, but what does that mean exactly? Is it a video game? Why are there dice on their screen? They're not gambling, are they? What are they doing? I'm here to break everything down into the simplest terms so that you can understand what playing Pathfinder entails. This video should be shown to somebody who doesn't know what RPG means, which, by the way, stands for role-playing game. That's what Pathfinder is in its most essential form, a tabletop role-playing game. Let's break these words down. Tabletop means it's played on a table, but it could also be played online on a virtual tabletop. Virtual tabletops are just like actual tabletops, but on a computer. And role-playing? Well, it's kind of like acting, but a lot better than this, actually. In fact, I think the better way to word it is playing make-believe, but for adults. Role-playing is pretending to be someone else, like this guy who's pretending to be a Secret Service agent. When you play Pathfinder, you get together with a group of people and pretend to be dwarves, elves, and hobbits, just like in Lord of the Rings. Nothing stopping you from role-playing as Gimli, the really tough dwarf. Don't forget to give him a gruff voice! But unlike Lord of the Rings, this is a game, not a movie or a book, and is played using pencil and paper or a computer. And because this is a game, it means it's interactive, which means the story changes as you make decisions and move the plot along. And like any game, Pathfinder needs a structure and a rulebook so that the game is fun and fair for all. And the rulebook? Well, it's like the Monopoly rulebook, but much thicker. Also, this game needs someone to read and adjudicate this rulebook and make sure all the players are having fun. That person is called the Game Master. I'm considered a Game Master in all the games I run a week, and yes, it's also my job. As a Game Master, I also play and manage all the evil monsters that my players have to fight. Not to mention, of course, making sure that the players are following the rules and behaving properly. There's usually only one Game Master and 4 to 6 players at any given table. So what's with the dice then? Just like any board game, dice are used to give a little random chance to anything you're trying to do. And yes, these aren't normal dice, but strange multi-sided dice. And rolling the 20-sided dice determines many of the outcomes that happen in this tabletop game. For example, let's say your character is a strong person that wants to lift this heavy wheel. If he rolls high, he'll be able to lift it. And if he rolls low, he just won't. Dice will determine the outcomes of whether your character kills or is defeated by a monster. Of course, since this is all pretend, there's no actual violence, just a description in your imaginations of how things work. But the best part about this game is the social aspect of it. Pathfinder is not a video game where you're just sitting in front of a computer shooting things. At its core, Pathfinder is a social game where you interact with other people and talk to them. And sure, you're pretending to be someone else, like a pirate or even an astronaut in the case of Starfinder. But at the end of the day, you and your friends are going through a group collaborative story that'll lead you to adventures beyond your wildest imagination. These adventures could have you sailing the high seas, crossing arid deserts that have terrifying foes. You'll be going to exotic locations and seeing the strangest things and the most beautiful, magical, wondrous cities. So maybe the next time somebody asks you what Pathfinder is, show them this short video. Hopefully then they'll have a little bit more of an idea of what you do with your free time.